bulldoze and have a toy line.
You know what I would do if I was
Because
pumped?
you know what, he could have been. You know what. Here's my point. He could have been comfortable doing all this shit he was doing legally, if he would have just went on ahead and just not being trying to keep it a secret. He could have did all this shit legally. You live in Atlanta. They do this shit in Atlanta. Ain't nobody going to
Listen,
prison.
there is regular people that do this shit. I don't want y'all to be confused.
I know. I told them that.
There's you can go to them places. That we have a place where you can do that shit down here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, there's
Club.
Yeah, exactly.
Club.
And regular nights in this month, like, yo, listen, I've been asked to go to one of them. I'm not even going to fucking watch. I don't even want it.
You talking about tracking?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to that shit. Like, I'm not going to, because I just don't, I mean, it just ain't my cup of tea, that ain't my interest. But I know that there's people I know who do go to that shit.
Brooklyn says she goes. She just doesn't.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I never want to run into Brooklyn there.
She be watching, she said. But no, so we were talking about that because we were talking about Diddy versus Prince, and we were saying that like Prince did all of this stuff, but I
don't know that.
I don't think that. No.
It wasn't the whole thing that his house used to have cages. They would have sex parties, sex orgies. Drugs was involved. But guess what? He did it to have fun, just like they do at Trapeze, right?
Word, and that's perfectly fine. Now, I've been in his house in Chanhassen before, but I mean, you know, now it's a museum of some sort. But I mean, there's parts where they're gonna show you. But I mean, I can tell you, there's probably a lot of places in that house where he could have done that. No question about it. But I don't know that to be the case. I can't say that with any degree of certainty.
But I don't think that with Diddy it was just about keeping a secret. I think he's really, really sick in the head, and for him it is about domination and control.
But he said he does that too. Dr. God, you know there's these women that love abuse. That's their sexual fetish. He could have did that legally.
That's their love language.
No, but that's true. But I was saying, but if they're doing it willingly, that's not what Diddy wants.
Yeah, he doesn't want them to be willing.
What fun is that?
Yeah.
But the prostitutes were willing, right?
This is about control. It's not about.
There's no power flex in that. He wants to be the first one to give them drugs. He wants to be the first to have them addicted to drugs and then introduce them to this. He wants that whole experience.
And that's so between what I was saying. What makes Diddy different from this like a Prince is that Prince seemed to be somebody that really, really loved having his people like reach ecstasy, you know what I mean, and like really enjoy themselves. That's not what was described in the Freak Off.
Well, I mean, if he was doing it, do you think do you hear anybody talking shit about it?
No.
No, there you go.
Mr. Prince in the chat said BDSM is not abuse, guys.
It isn't.
But it's not. But that's not what he was doing. That's what it's not. That's the point. Diddy is not somebody that wanted to do BDSM. Like they weren't getting. Like I never heard like in the freak offs, right? That nobody described beating anybody. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. It's what Mel said. He wants a type of domination and control that is like next level. It's not BDSM. Because you have to agree to it. You agree to be dominated, or you agree to be the submissive one. He don't want no agreement.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had to look up what BDSM meant.
Oh no.
Straight up.
Look, this one had your algorithm messed up, so don't just you know he's the T on another level. Your algorithm will go to different places and you might not want to go.
Yeah, I mean, I know what those things are, but I never know that as an actor.
Look at what Dr. Look at the shot.
Oh yeah, somebody down there streaming. There's an anonymous person streaming. That's what they're saying. Well, I don't consent to being that.
Hey y'all, it's been a minute.